How will AI reshape the workforce in 2025? So for the first time ever, a CapEx spend on software can transform into labour savings. We usually, as companies, have a CapEx budget where we buy, say, machinery or vehicles. Now we need to start to think about how we allocate our CapEx budgets towards AI software. And the reason why we would do that is it helps to transform our human capital or our human labour markets. It means that if we augment their work, they're a lot more efficient and effective and can do more. And once you acquire or develop AI, it can be scaled across the entire organization, especially if you have offices in more than one location. It is quite difficult to scale people and their knowledge through training if it's one-to-one in person. But if we're starting to have a CapEx budgets where we deploy AI software, with a push of a button, it can go out to the wider organization. And AI-driven automation can reduce OpEx costs or operational expenses. Think about the data entry or customer service. Information comes into a database and the AI can do actions off that database. So it's a way that it can start to reduce your overall human capital cost. And the rapid deployment. So if I can produce a company, or if I'm a company within the same sort of market, and I can operate my human labor cost at 10% of my competitors, it's going to provide a strategic advantage than everyone else. Or if I'm a larger organization, I have a larger data set, I've got a lot more staff, that I can probably move a lot quicker than a smaller organization. So it's how we apply our CapEx budgets to develop AI software to what sort of strategic output we want at that board level. If we think about traditional software as a filing cabinet, so past limitations is we would have to create information, we'd put it in a database, and we'd have to retrieve it. If you think about the term gopher, it was for the original filing cabinets. People would go fetch items out of that filing cabinet and give it to managers to interpret and make decisions on. And the biggest difference here is that with AI, it can initiate actions on that data. So it could be a customer email comes in, the AI reads it to know what the sentiment of that email is to alert managers, good or bad. And it shifts and saves time to ensure that opportunities or risks are addressed instantly. And that could be automating or upselling or qualifying customers' leads when they come in. Whereas traditionally, that would just go into a CRM for it to be looked at by someone eventually. So how it works, AI is like an intelligence layer on top of your filing cabinet or your database. You can apply certain rules to take actions when you're ready. So if you think about a CRM, you put in the customer information, it gives the person a reminder to make sure you touch base with that individual to see how they're going or to try and upsell them. If the information is put into the filing cabinet, AI can then take those actions and automatically email, automatically upsell, or prioritize who to go after, when and where. So it reduces the amount of manual work that won't be that important in the future. The likes of entering in information or entering in data, it means that people can spend more time talking to people and people can spend more time talking to their employees to get a better understanding of what's going on. And the faster you can turn around customer requests, the better the output. We're working with a few different professional services industries. Their services usually take between sort of 1 to 3 months, and we're developing platform solutions that as the customers in the room talking to them, on the screen the AI is designing that solution for them, which produces a greater customer service experience, or greater customer experience than anyone else in the market. And this gives you a competitive advantage in a very, very crowded market. And that could be things like construction, could be architects, it could be lawyers. The speed at which you can turn things around to get to an answer quicker, to provide better customer service for your customers, results in more dollars in your pocket. And the historic of technology was to augment brawn. So think about manual labor, we think about farming, to go from when we used to dig holes to tractors. This arc is different because it's helping to augment our brains, or from brawn to brains. And these means like roles that have quite strict rules or known, such as accounting, legal, to be assisted pretty quickly actually with AI. And it means that with our rapid advancements, tasks that once were reserved for professionals can now be partly or fully automated. So it means that if we can write it down the process from a knowledge worker, we can usually help AI augment or significantly increase the output of that knowledge worker. So a 10x performer, and we know how rare those staff members are, a 10x performer can now be 100 to 1,000x more impactful. And that can be seen in coding or in software development. Tools such as Cursor can make a really good developer easily 1,000x more efficient and productive based on their knowledge and based on how to use and guide these tools. And white collar work is next. The quickest areas of impact is like what I talked about before, is where we have known knowns or known sort of rules, and then the areas of finance, legal, HR, and recruiting. And I've seen a lot of organisations already automatically candidate screen, so they've set up where when someone sends through their CV, it goes into a custom GPT or it goes into a custom platform, and they get the results back of if they should proceed to a in-person interview, and it creates all the questions for them based on their CV. And from an owner's perspective, it's going to optimize your knowledge-based processes and reduce your errors. And it's going to make things a lot faster from ideation or initial contact with a customer to delivery. And it means that you can actually reallocate your knowledge workers to high level functions such as strategy, innovations, and relationship building. So how to prepare for 2025? Have a roadmap, have a plan. Look for low-hanging fruit for quick wins. These quick wins will generate or free up cash flow, which means you can then reinvest in your business for more substantial CapEx expenditure. Gradually scale to more complex integrations. We have this saying, sort of move at the speed of trust, and make sure that you've got a plan in your AI roadmap to bring your people along with you. Upskill, reskill your team. Much like when computers first came out, industry and organizations had to spend a lot of time training their staff, and it's going to be something quite similar. So train your employees to collaborate, foster an environment of continuous learning. So we'll work with some organizations that offer, on a Friday, they offer a staff member $100 to show them how they saved 1 hour of time, but they've also got to show them how AI failed in that process as well, to share that knowledge with other staff members. And foster a culture of innovation. It's just not an IT initiative, it's a strategic priority for your entire company. So in conclusion, it's not just another piece of software, it's going to transform your workforce. It's going to augment higher level decision makers, and the market will change about customers' expectations. And that customers that embrace AI will reduce overhead, gain new insights, and stay ahead of competitors. Those that don't invest risk losing market share and falling behind an AI-driven economy. Head over to our website, agenticintelligence.co.nz, and take our AI readiness assessment to see how you can prepare better in 2025.